You know who we are.
The most dangerous morning show.
Put some respect on it.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, some quick sports scores. Bills beat the Seahawks. Ravens beat the Colts. Texans beat the Jaguars. Titans beat the Bears. The Chiefs beat the Panthers. The Giants beat the Washington football team. Are in third place. Minnesota Vikings beat the Lions. Falcons beat the Broncos. Raiders beat the Chargers. Dolphins beat the Cardinals. New Orleans beat the Buccaneers. And how did your Cowboys do?
As good as your Giants?
No, my Giants won. Your Cowboys lost.
What's their record? What's the Giants' record?
I don't know. We in third place.
2-something. You know who else in third place? The Dallas Cowboys. You know why? Because we 2-something. Stop talking to me about NFC East games and NFC East teams. We suck all across the board. Okay?
Your team sucks.
And it should be a waste of time. That Giants-Redskins game yesterday was a waste of time. They should be social distancing. Okay?
We're on a winning streak.
Oh, shut up.
What else we got, Yee?
Well, let's talk about Kamala Harris, and she spoke before Joe Biden over the weekend as they are the projected winners of this presidential election. And here she is coming out to some Mary J. Blige.
Here she comes, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris.
Are we sure that's Mary J. Blige now? Because Van Jones said it was Beyonce. Are we sure it's Mary J. Blige?
Well, here is Van Jones with his blunder.
It was great to hear him, but I also thought it was great to hear Kamala. First of all, she walked out to Beyonce. Drop mic.
Drop mic. Drop mic.
Oh, boy.
How you drop mic on something like that? Your black credit score has to drop significantly when you confuse Mary J. Blige for Beyonce. I've never heard anybody confuse Mary J. Blige and Beyonce for anybody except for Mary J. Blige and Beyonce. You don't confuse
Beyonce
those
dropped
two.
the mic and Mary picked it up. And she came and
Lord have
brought out
mercy.
Kamala.
Goodness
Now, Kamala
gracious.
in her speech honored her mother and women.
And to the woman most responsible for my presence here today, my mother, Shamala Gopalan Harris, who is always in our hearts. When she came here from India at the age of 19, she maybe didn't quite imagine this moment, but she believed so deeply in an America where a moment like this is possible. And so I am thinking about her and about the generations of women, black women, Asian, white, Latina, Native American women who throughout our nation's history have paved the way for this moment tonight.
I can't lie. It feels great to see Senator Harris in that position. Well, Madam Vice President Harris in that position because, you know, she was who I supported during her presidential run. And a lot of folks didn't really give her a chance because a lot of the misinformation that was online about her and her record as a prosecutor. So it feels good to see her in that position, getting that love. But the celebration has to be short-lived because we got work to do.
It's interesting because I posted about Kamala. She's the first, African-American and Asian-American to be in office and as a president and a vice president, and people were saying that she's not black. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
I mean, she talks about her
They
mixed
say
race
so many
identity
things.
all the time. In her own memoir, she talks about being raised with a strong awareness of and appreciation for Indian culture, and also acknowledging her mother understood she was raising two black daughters and was determined to make sure they would grow into confident, proud black women. She has never said that she's not black. It's just crazy that people are still pushing this narrative. Now, here's what else Kamala Harris had to say.
Women who fought and sacrificed so much for equality and liberty and justice for all, including the black women who are too often overlooked, but so often prove they are the backbone of our democracy. All the women who have worked to secure and protect the right to vote for over a century. Tonight I reflect on their struggle and the strength of their vision to see what can be unburdened by what has been.
Listen, like I said, it feels good to see her in that position. There's a lot of pressure on Biden and Harris to deliver for black people, though. That's why we have to help them get that majority in the Senate, so it's really no excuses. And Kamala knows that her future political aspirations depend on how this administration moves for black people over the next 4 years.
Well, Donald Trump is just looking sad because he still hasn't conceded. Giuliani is saying they have all kinds of lawsuits coming about
concede.
the.
Why are we even talking about them? Like, nobody talks about
And
the
listen,
losers.
Donald Trump's lawyers actually had a press conference, and people thought it was going to be at the Four Seasons in Philadelphia, but it was actually at Four Seasons Total Landscaping, which is like a business that's kind of weird.
Where's that at?
Between an adult bookstore and a cremation center.
There's a Four Seasons in Jersey that used to cut my grass.
We don't talk about who loses the championship, bro. Who did the Lakers beat this year?
And the Four Seasons even issued a statement, the Four Seasons Hotel in Philly. They said, to clarify, President Trump's press conference will not be held at Four Seasons Hotel Philadelphia. It will be held at Four Seasons Total Landscaping, no relation with the hotel. So the location looks very weird, by the way, if you had a chance to see it.
They cut good grass.
Who cut good grass?
Four Seasons.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Front Page News.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, Jeezy will be joining us.
Or as Van Jones would say, Gucci Man will be joining us.
Okay. We'll kick it with Jeezy when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.